All right, y'all, what's really happening with you? It's your boy Chris back here with another one. We on a, you know what I mean? We on a little bit more of a little, you know what I mean, casual vibe. A little more casual, you feel me? Got the little cold bev, you feel me, bubbler. Thank you. Please sponsor me. Delicious. What is this one? Tropical Dreamer. It's a pineapple, mango, apple and lime, natural flavors, zero sugar, no artificial sweeteners. Got antioxidant sparkling water. I promise you should definitely sponsor me. Mm. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh yeah. All right. Here's the topic of the day, y'all. Well, first of all, wherever you're at, wherever you're tuning in from, I hope you're doing well. And let's see. Yeah. I think that's about it, y'all. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning back in. This is the beginning. This is the building of the catalog. So if you already tuned in, man, you ahead of the curve. You know what I mean? So anyways, guys, today's topic, y'all. Hold up. I want to get a couple just little clips in. Hold up. Oh, I'm not even trying to make excuses, but this is like a filmer setup, so it's got really soft wheels and they're really sticky. My actual like park setup, it's holding the tripod down, it's stabilizing the tripod. Here, I'm gonna turn this way, face towards the light. Always face towards the light, you know what I mean? Okay. Guys, playing it safe is risky, y'all. Playing it safe is the most risky thing we could do. I think it's like a more modern invention, you know, safe route, because we've seen just so many people doing it. And I would argue it's because there's a lot more recorded history, more modern recorded history, you know what I mean? So it's been implanted in the culture, it's implanted in our subconscious that these are established ways to do things. And I'm speaking vaguely now, but I'll probably get a little bit more specific in a minute. From the Pacific to be specific. That's right, from the Golden Coast, baby. Yeah, I know they call that somewhere in like Africa or Australia or something. I don't care. I call California the Golden Coast. We Sunshine State, baby. I don't care that Florida claims that. No, it's California, man. That's the only place sunshine matters. You feel me? I'm sorry. I am biased. I am biased for sure. For surely biased. But anyways, y'all. Yeah, man. Playing it safe is risky, bro. So what was I talking about, bro? Okay, here we'll get straight to it. I mean, you already see all the layoffs, bro. Okay, you know what? Before all the layoffs, why is playing it safe risky? All right, y'all. Well, you know what? Let's get specific. I probably made this video a few times already, but we're gonna make it again. I've made every video you've seen on my channel. I've probably recorded anywhere from like 5 to 10 times before I actually end up making the take that I like. But here, this is it. We are not in the same world of yesterday, you know, where loyalty was rewarded, where the dollar wasn't getting crushed by, I'm gonna say, I don't know if hyperinflation is like a misnomer, if like that's the wrong name to use right now, but I feel like we getting there with fractional reserve banking. Dollars are getting decimated. And what is that? I'll explain it real quick. Basically, bank takes in $100 from you, then they loan out $1,000. They take 100 liquid and they loan out $1,000 credit. So where does that extra 900 come from that they charge an interest on? Where does that come from? Out of thin air. It's out of thin air. And imagine this on a massive scale. That's what's happening. Our dollar is getting destroyed. It's getting destroyed, man. So anyways, 1, dollar's getting ruined. 2, loyalty is not rewarded like it used to be. You know, back in our parents' time, in our grandparents' time, you could stick around at one company for your whole lifetime and they'd supply basically all of your monetary needs. You could raise a whole family on that. You know, you didn't necessarily need an education to get any of these jobs. You were paying, yeah, like I said, mortgage, kids, putting some money away, vacation, all that. Single income, single income household. And that was livable. Now that's a joke. That's a joke. In most, metropolitan, cities now, dude, 70K, 80K, that's nothing. That's basically, and that's, you know, that's pre-tax. After the government gets their little share, how much you really get after that? After all your expenses, what are you really left with, right? It's not much, man. It's I would even argue it's barely. I mean, bro, if you're in LA, that's a whole different. Dude, that's basically poverty line, if not, you know, below poverty line, straight up. So what I'm trying to say here is, it's not the same world. The rules are not the same anymore. We not. It's a, you know, it's a brand new world. Like I said, okay. Anyways, playing it safe is risky. Now you see, you know, now we're bringing the context in. So I set the context. Now you see, we have, you know, these companies, these legacy companies, Fortune, you know, 500 companies that are just left and right, just boom, 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 laying off, you know, quadruple digit, you know, employees. What's going on now? Job market's so screwed up because, first of all, they're cutting jobs, and then every single year we're getting more and more graduates. So we have more and more. So we, on two ends, the job market's getting attacked. We have the brand new grads coming in, and then we have all the company workers all getting pushed out, all out of corporate. So what does that mean? Yeah, you're competing for the, you know, the same jobs, the same amount of jobs exist, maybe even less, and now you're getting attacked on both ends. The people who have been working 10 to 40 years, they're, you know, highly experienced. They're competing for the same job that these new grads are. It's a real mess, man. It's nothing pretty. I mean, if you are in a highly populated area, I think there's like a slight buffer. You can kind of get away with not having to deal with the complete desperation of it all. Like, you can kind of, you know, live a normal life still. But I think things are gonna get real hairy. But anyways, that's not the point of this. Point of this, playing it safe is risky. So what do we do now? So now you get a little job, you get specialized, you know, you go do your little thing. Hold up, I need a drink. Yeah, so you get specialized now. Well, I'm gonna sit down, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of all this. Tired of all of this, man. Yeah, here, let's see something real quick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, now it's just not the same. So, you know, people are putting their whole lifetimes. I mean, like I said, the layoffs that's a story in itself. That's a lesson in itself. You know, these people putting in how many years of their life, you know, not just to a company but to an industry, not that they can no longer depend on. They can no longer contribute to society or expect any type of reciprocation, you know, social and economic reciprocation for that skill set, for that, you know what I'm saying? That's so risky. That's so risky. And then so what? Let's say that we're not in a recession, we're not in a bad job market. It's still a bad deal. It's still a bad deal. So what? You give up 40 years of your prime life to retire? It don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. Like I said, the dollar's getting crushed anyway. All right, so what? So what, right? So why is that risky? You know what? Yeah, we don't need to do any hypotheticals. I mean, you see how bad it's getting right now. Yeah, you commit your life to these jobs, they fire you in an instant, they replace you in an instant, and even worst case, you're not getting replaced. You're not even getting replaced. Instead, they're they're minimizing the workforce, and then they're putting more load on the same workforce. So it's not like you're even getting replaced by a new person all the time. You might just be having all your, you know what I mean, your scope of duties now just, you know, insourced, basically. Just put onto the next person, to your colleague. And now they're getting paid less. Or even if they're getting paid the same, that's basically a pay decrease because they're taking on more work for no extra compensation. So what do? That's why I think the whole point of all of this is nowadays the job market, here's what I think you're supposed to do. And I think this is kind of obvious. I think everyone already knows. You're supposed to work these jobs, basically take that as seed money, and then you start a business. You start a service, you fund whatever it is that you're trying to do, and then you get out the game. I think that's the whole point. but before, I mean, I think it's getting more painfully obvious that that is the route to go now. That is the way to go now. Bro, I tried, I finally got a job. Oh yeah, I got a job. Thank God. Truly thank God. Um, I got a job as a server at in a fine dining establishment. I don't really want to tell you exactly what type of cuisine, because in this area they'll kind of narrow it down and you'll probably be able to find me pretty quick. And I'd rather you not, at least not yet. But anyways, bro, before that I was applying everywhere, bro. I was even willing to do, bro, I was willing to work all these different random jobs, bro. I was applying at Kohl's, Walmart, Sam's Club, bro. Bro, I got like 10 years plus retail hospitality and hospitality management and food service experience, and bro, I wasn't getting no contacts back. And bro, these jobs all started at like 10-15 bucks an hour. Bro, that's pre-tax. That's such an, first of all, it's such an insult, but second of all, you just can't live off that. You can't even live off that full time. You basically working to live. And I know that's the existence of a lot of people right now. And it makes me sad, bro. It's that's really rough, bro. But anyways, point being, it's risky. It's risky to live like that. I think what you really need to do, in the same way that you take, those funds, you take your surplus and then you use that as seed money for whatever, project or idea or business you obviously have going on. You got to do the same thing with your time. And it can sound rough, I know, but I feel like we really don't have a choice at this point. So what? So what are we going to do? People working at 40 hours a week, 50, 60 hours a week. Man, you still got to make time, bro. You gotta forego some of the amenities of life. Unfortunately, like I said, in some metropolitan areas, I would say probably a lot of metropolitan areas, there's a buffer. There's a social economic buffer. You can kind of get away with not having to deal with the repercussions. Like, there's still people spending lots of money, bro. Like I said, I'm in fine dining now, bro. People still got money. It's just a smaller select batch of people that have it. But there's still money. There's still money out there. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, risky. Playing it safe is risky, man. So what? I mean, you tell me. I mean, this is more so, I guess, a judgment call, because, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, for some people, they're okay with that. They're okay with, I'll work, 30, 40, 50 years, and then I'll finally go to, I'll go to Hawaii when it's all done. When all my, hairs are gray. When, my skin is riddled with wrinkles. That's okay with some people. I don't know, man. First of all, I feel like Jesus coming within our lifetime, maybe in the next generation. But two, even if he wasn't coming as soon, it's just a bad deal anyway. I think more and more people seeing that, especially with the layoffs. I think it was like a wake up call, because bro, that started back in you know what I mean, 2020. I'm not gonna name the season necessarily, but everyone knows what happened in 2020. And bro, I was seeing articles about mass layoffs, I think just a month or two ago. Bro, it's 2025. That's 5 years of layoffs still, man. Bro, it's a steady domino effect. Things are just falling. So I will urge you, with the extra money you have, extra time you have, and this is something I wish I took a little bit more seriously, was, bro, get to it, man. I mean, bro, as someone, I consider myself a creative, bro. It kills me that I'm, actually, no, it don't kill. It breaks my heart that I feel like I wasted a lot of time, honestly, I can own up to that. I think as a man, you have to own up to it. That's why I took all these random jobs growing up. That's why I wasn't too stressed on what my job was going to be out of school, my quote unquote career, because I had it in my heart. I just knew in my heart I would do something with with the arts, something creative, something different. I knew I wasn't built for no 9 to 5. And it's not that I can't thug it out, bro. I'll thug it out. Oh, you know what? Let me take that back. No, I can't, bro. I can't. I'm too soft, bro. I'm too soft for that. I'm too soft, man. It's not the physical toll, it's the spiritual toll. It breaks my heart, it breaks my spirit to have to imagine a life like that. And I'm sorry, I probably sound like such a crybaby right now, but I don't care, man. I just know deep down I'm supposed to be doing something creative. I'm not saying there's nothing creative about corporate work. There definitely is, but you know what I'm saying in a just more on the nose, obvious sense. Yeah, I just know I was meant to do something else, and that's why I'm here on YouTube now. Shoot, we'll see. We'll see where we get to in a year. I don't plan on stopping this. I mean, my content might change up. My uploads might look a little different throughout the seasons, but I'm not gonna stop, bro. This is just the beginning for me. Nice. Some youngins bombing a hill over here. I think you're gonna see them in the shot. But yeah, anyways, guys. Yeah, basically, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's not rocket science, bro. You see how I mean, you see it. I think everybody sees it with all the layoffs. These careerists, people who sacrificed their whole life, their education. They went into debt for this. You know, they're just getting laid off. They're just dropping. Companies just dropping people like it's nothing. And now all the new hires, they're all contract. They're all shorter terms. It's not pretty, man. And so that's why I recommend that you know what I mean, try to figure something out. You know, whether it is, you know what I mean, like, whether it's social media. I mean, I know all the boomers gonna hate this, but bro, social media is, I mean, bro, first of all, social media, if you getting on it now, I mean, you're already late. Like, you're already late. I mean, you're never too late. It's never too late. But what I'm saying is, bro, people already made fortunes off of this. This is not like even new territory at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like this, everybody should be doing something online. If you don't, you need to have something online. You need to be able to garner attention and generate traffic and basically run it through a certain product or a service. You got to generate enough value. Yeah, I'm not talking about scamming now. I don't believe in that. I think you should definitely try to offer something and contribute something to the world. I mean, especially as an as an artist, I think it'll break your spirit to approach life in a way that's not authentic. When your offering um, is not genuine, it'll break you after a while. Yeah. So, anyways, here, let me check what kind of time we at now. All right, y'all. I had to adjust you feel me, exposure. It was getting dark. It is getting dark, but it's okay. Life gets dark sometimes. You gotta keep some Jesus in your life. Not some. You gotta keep Jesus in your life. Period, man. And let him be the light, man. Faith is not knowing the whole plan and then walking through. Faith is, having just seeing the next step. God will show you the next step, and you gotta just faithfully walk forward. And you gotta pray. You gotta read the Word for discernment. You gotta pray for the Holy Spirit to give you the eyes to see um, whether something is for you or not. I mean, I know I got a long way to go too. I mean, I think we all do. Shoot, I was hoping this was gonna be a lot more like intellectual, a lot more like philosophical. But just straight up, man, playing it safe is risky, bro. Playing it safe is risky. Like, at least someone in my type of shoes, in my kind of situation, playing it safe is the most risky, bro. I'm already 32, competing with. Well, I mean, that's another philosophical thing. Are you really competing with the market, or are you just competing with yourself? I will argue. Well, I think it's both. I mean, you don't exist in a vacuum. You do exist in the market. You do exist in context to others. Like, bro, I didn't make my car. I didn't make this iPhone. I didn't make that tripod. I didn't make any of the clothes I'm wearing now. I needed to, you know what I mean? I depend on people to do that. So I have to contribute something in order for society to basically validate the contribution, aka money, so I can go get these things. And everyone has to play their part. Yeah, yeah. You know what? This is going up either way. I don't care. I don't care. I gotta just stick to a schedule, uploading schedule, man. I'm sorry to just leave you guys just kind of hanging, you know. That was not my intention. And just, you know, life be life and sometimes. And yeah, man, I've been recording. I record like, dude, I record hours every week. It's just sometimes I'll watch the video back and I'll be like, maybe I shouldn't be talking about that, or that comes off a little whiny, or like, you know, just different things. There's different reasons why I didn't upload, and there's no excuse, but that's at least where I'm at now. And of course, as I keep doing this, I think I'll get a little bit better about it. But yeah, man, my whole premise here, I'm not trying to make this some type of like hyper manicured, you know, show. I mean, of course, I want it to be somewhat, you know, aesthetic and even you know, organized at least, you know, to some degree. But at the same time, I think what the world's missing right now is just some connection, man. And so yeah, here's my beacon. Here's me. I'm just putting myself on a platter for the world, and I hope you guys rock with it, man. That's all I can do. That's all I can do, man. All right, y'all. I think that should probably be it. Anyways, wherever you at in the stratosphere, I thank you for taking the time, you making it this far. Yeah, for real, I do appreciate you. Stay blessed. Stay blessed, y'all. Stay blessed. Playing it safe is risky, y'all. Here, let's see if I can do some. That don't count. That's not even a trick, bro.